So when you first create a Teams resource account, like in my previous video and blog, you might see this on your Teams Room device, you might see new meeting, you might see present and more. But what you won't see is dial pad. Now to get this dial pad, it's super simple, and what it does is really it's a phone number. Like you can call anything, you can call anyone anything through this Teams Room device. So how do we do it? Let me show you.
Hey everyone, so this is gonna be a few steps. It's not gonna be too long. It's really not that difficult. So first we're gonna need the domestic calling plan license. So if you don't already have that, you can go to purchase services here in billing in the admin center, and you're gonna search up for domestic, and you'll find a domestic calling plan right here. There are a few, but for this example, I'm gonna use Microsoft 365 domestic calling plan. Make sure you get details, and you can do a free trial and get the license. I already have it. If I go to your products, yeah, so I already have the license right here on trial, and I got 25 of these. So for this example, I'm going to be using one of my other resources account called Confirm Havoc. The one I just showed you was Sirius, which already has a domestic calling plan. So this is step 2. Once you have the domestic calling plan license, you're going to want to assign it to your resource account. So right here, Confirm Havoc is what I'm going to do, what I'm going to change here. And we're going to put in Microsoft 365 domestic calling plan and save changes. So now step 3 is going to be to go into Admin Center, but now we're going to go into Teams Admin Center. Okay, so once you have gone to the Microsoft Teams Admin Center, you're going to go down here to Voice on the side, and you're going to go to Phone Numbers. Now you're going to see here, I already have around 10 phone numbers. I'm going to show you how to get a new phone number. So first, you're going to want to add. Click on the top here, click add. Now once it's unloading, you can click here, country or region, and you're going to select, United States. And after that, you're going to select your number type. For the rooms, you're going to want to select user. And here, I'm just going to get maybe 3 phone numbers. I mean, I already have a lot of them, so it doesn't really matter, but this is just for demonstration. I'm going to search for new numbers using area code. For example, let's search by 408, and let's see if we can find some phone numbers. Oh yeah, names. We'll say this is IT room phones. So once you've put in your field information, your title, your description here, and then your country, region, the number type, which is user, your quantity, how many phone numbers you want, and search a available area code of number, or you can search by city name. Once that is all done, you can click next, and this is going to take a while, so be a little patient. And okay, here we go. So I already have, you see the 3 phone numbers I got here, and now I can place order. And there we go. So your order has been placed, and now I can press finish, and our new phone numbers are going to appear here. Okay, so once our phone numbers have been placed, or are still placing if you're waiting for that, what we can do in the meantime is one of our last few steps. So one of our last few steps is going to be going to emergency locations. So first we're going to click on locations here, and we're going to go to emergency addresses. This is necessary in order to get the domestic call plan working. So here I already have one of the emergency addresses. This is what I used in the example in the beginning, and so we're just going to create a new one, and let's say this is police station, and we are in the United States. Now once you have named your emergency address and your country region, you can input your address manually, or you can find an address. For example, I'm going to have an address. So once you found your address, whatever your emergency address is, depends on your organization, of course. I'm going to use this address, just an example, and whatever your organization name is, in my case is Institute of Computer Technology, and now we're just going to save. Okay, so once your emergency address is completed, we have our last step, which is going back to phone numbers, and we're just going to assign the phone number that we received. So we're going to get one of these phone numbers. Let's say this one, and we're going to click on it, and we're going to click on edit, and we're going to assign it to our conference room. In my case, it is Havoc. So Confirm Havoc, and we're going to put in our emergency location. So this is the one I just inputted, and you can email the user with the telephone number information. It doesn't really matter in this case, but you just hit apply. And there we go. Now the phone number is assigned to the conference room, and now everything should be working. All I have to do now is just sign into the account in my Teams Room device, and I'll show you what happens.
And there we go. So about after 5 minutes of just signing into this Link panel here, and we now have, you see, Conference Room Havoc is what we were just using, and now the dial pad has shown up. This is because of Microsoft 365 Domestic Calling Plan, and this is how you get the dial pad. So to put the dial pad in use, an example of what you can use it for is, well, you can literally call anyone. I'm going to call myself and see if I get the phone call from this room. So now the room is going to be calling my phone, and we'll see that the room is now calling my phone. If I answer, I can hear myself on the room. So you can see how rooms can call anyone with this domestic calling plan. It's just like a phone number, and you don't need additional telephones in a room, and it makes it super easy, super compact, and super useful. Thanks, guys.